Hey guys, this is Chad Joyce with Palm Real Estate and welcome to another edition of North Dallas Living. Today we are in Oak Point, Texas at the community I live in, Wildridge. What we're going to do today, just to give you a little bit of heads up, we are going to walk through a Highland home that's under construction. We're going to visit all the HOA amenities. So if you want to hop around, I'll have the titles down below and you can check those out and check out the different amenities. And then we're going to talk about some financing offers that Highland have that I think are really great, including getting how you can get a 4.99% 30-year fixed interest rate right now. Now, Wildridge is a unique community. If you are looking for water parks or lagoons or something along those lines, go check Providence Village out, go check out Savannah, Windsong Ranch, places like that. If you're interested more in natural beauty, which is what Wildridge is kind of founded on. It is basically along Lake Lewisville. We're on the north end of it, just south of 380, and we back up to core land, and there's hiking and biking trails throughout, including natural ones. And that's been really the focus. The developer has done a really good job on trying to keep natural trees, natural layouts, all of that to kind of emphasize that beauty. Now we're going to go see a Highland home today. The address is 4103 Windy Point Road. It's listed for $684,340. It's a 5-bed, 4.5 bath home with 3,432 square feet and a 2-car garage. It also has a media room and an office. But that home is not finished yet, so we're going to be walking through a little unfinished, and we haven't done that yet on this channel, so it'll be a little bit of a different experience, but I wanted to show it to you just because I think that's a quality home, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy the layout and what's here. Now with Wildridge, we're in the 5th phase, the last phase. There's going to be 500 homes. It's a mixture of single family homes that are being built by Highland and American Legend, and then there's townhomes as well that are being built by Grenadier. I'm not sure if Grenadier has any single family detached homes, but they're doing all the townhomes. Plus there's also going to be some commercial areas and retail areas and things like that that are added in. If you are coming into Wildridge right now, you are going to be going to Denton ISD, which means you're going to be going to Hill Elementary, which is up in Spiritus Ranch. You'll be going to Rodriguez Middle School, which is across the street. And then there's going to be a new high school that comes out for the 2026-27 school year. Right now you're zoned to Braswell, but there is a new Denton ISD high school coming out. If you are looking to buy a pre-owned property in Wildridge, we're part of Little Elm ISD, depending on where you are, which means you'd be going to Oak Point Elementary, then Walker Middle School, and Little Elm High School. And both school districts are excellent, and both have made significant improvements in their education in the last 2 to 3 years. Both put a lot of money into it. And those school districts are on the rise. Now for the HOA amenities, we're going to go check out the brand new HOA facility called the Hangout. We're going to also check out the Haven, which is where I'm sitting at right now, which is the original HOA facility with the community center, pool, pond, all that stuff. We'll check out the Hideaway and Fish Stack, which are really cool, especially if you like to go fishing. The Hollow is a playground area with a an outdoor amphitheater, and is right next door to the 9-hole disc golf course. Plus they also have a pond that is being filled in right now, not with dirt, but they're filling it back up. They had drained it to clean it. So that's another area where you can do catch and release fishing. There's tons of parks and open space. With this 5th phase of Wildridge, the developer is putting in a dog park, which excites me and my husky, because now I don't have to drive to Union Park or down at Little Elm to go to the dog park and let that maniac run around like crazy, because that's what he does. And then on top of that, the last place we'll visit is the Point, which is right on Lake Lewisville. You can drop kayaks out, go wakeboarding, and all things like that. So, and then after we do all that, we'll talk about some of the financing options at the end, give a little review of the neighborhood and the community, and show you how you can save a lot of money moving here. So I hope you guys are excited about this. Sit back and enjoy, and let's go check out Wildridge. right, here we go. You know, most of our floor plans and new construction homes that we've gone and looked at have been, you know, already built. So this is going to be a little bit of a different experience. This is a Highland home. This is their Plan Kent. Looks like we've got an office space here. This is a 41, or sorry, the address is 4103 Windy Point Road in Oak Point, Texas. This is a 5-bed, 4.5 bath, 2-car garage. Going to be available in October and ready then. The ask price right now is $686,340. Now, Highland will usually do on their inventory homes. Let's see what we got here. Oh, looks like we got a media room here too. So hopefully the camera will be. Highland will do on their inventory homes. They'll probably do $20,000 to $30,000 off. You know, especially going into the fall season. This isn't a media room. Really nice. But especially going into the fall season, you're going to see a lot of builders willing to sell some of their inventory properties. Here's your 2-car garage. Going to have a garage door opener right there. They do have attic access. This is a tall garage. Now your electrical panel here. Looks like we're going to have our water heater system over here. That's going to be the vent. Looks like they're going to put it on the inside of the garage, which is good. And I'm guessing that right over here, you know, maybe right there, that's some wiring for a sprinkler system. Usually all these homes are going to come with sprinkler systems. So we're going to be doing a little bit of guessing as we walk through some of this. But just wanted to give you guys an idea of what the floor plan looks like and those things. Over here, we got the laundry room. See, they did put down some tile in here. And we may see some workers as we walk around back here. We'll try to stay out of their way. Coming on in, here's the main living room. Oh, this is pretty. Look how nice, big, and open this is. Look at all that recessed lighting up there. All those little dots, that's recessed lighting. Be really nice. Look at all the built-ins you've got. Coming over here, fireplace is right there. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful home. Behind it is the kitchen. See, we're going to have some white cabinets. Now remember, builders are not going to put in door hardware, so that's something you're going to have to do afterwards. But you can see with this island, you got a quartz countertop on over here. Going to have the double level sink. Looks like we got a cooktop right here with the vent. And they're going to put a dishwasher right over here. So that's what that hole is. There's your microwave is going to go right here. Oven's going to go right there. And then there is the refrigerator opening. So lots of nice space. Pantries over this way. Again, you got recessed lighting on this one, but I really like this this open area here. This is really, really beautiful. I'm gonna have to come see this home when it's done. You know, like I said, I live in the neighborhood, so I know the quality of build. Let's see if we can poke our head back here. I hope I don't bother anybody. You know, we'll look out the backyard. Here's the primary suite. And yeah, we got some work being done in here. Ceiling fan's gonna go in there. You got 3 big windows. Really good size. Hello. We're just taking some pictures, I'm sorry. We won't walk on in there, but you got the primary bathroom. Looks like they got room for they got a bathtub and a shower going in there, and they're doing the tile work right now for the bathroom. So let's go on upstairs and let's see what we got up there. All right, here's the upstairs area. I did forget a room downstairs, so we'll hit that before we hit the backyard, but let's walk over here. Ooh, got little built-ins, little desk area, study areas with some cabinetry. That is really nice. Looks like we got a bathroom here with its own bath, you know, in-suite bathtub. Gonna be a shower tub combo. That will not end up green, but you know, that is what it is now. Nice bedroom. Ceiling fan is probably going to go right there. There's the walk-in closet. And I guess you have two entrances. No, this is just interesting. So you got shelving right here for storage. I guess that's for the bathroom. And then you got a walk-in closet. Yeah, interesting. So like I said, we're just trying to get a feel what the floor plan looks like, the layout of the land. And I'll let you look on down here and you can see what it looks like down there. We're just trying to get a good layout of what it looks like here. Here's the game room. We'll have to come back when the house is finished before it sells. Hopefully I can, hopefully I'm able to do that, but usually the homes sell so fast. You're not. Here's bedroom. Ceiling fan. Now the bedrooms up here are a little small. I mean, for a 3,432 square foot home, I was hoping for a little bit bigger bedrooms, but upstairs is a little small. Downstairs, you know, when you have all that extra space, here's bedroom 3, or bedroom 3 upstairs. When you have all that extra space for the office and the media room, that does take away some space for some other rooms. Now they do have walk-in closets. Just stepped on something. And here we got, hopefully you guys can see it, but a bathtub, shower tub combo. And the vanity and everything will go right there. And it does have access to the game room, so that's good. Let's go on downstairs and look at the room I missed, and then we'll check out the backyard. All right, so here's the area that I missed earlier. You do have a half bathroom right here. This is where the half bathroom is. So you have the primary suite, and you've got another bedroom with an en-suite bath. So you got 2 beds, 2.5 baths. Like I said, there's no flooring or anything. If you haven't seen what a house looks like under construction, this is pretty typical. They're a mess. But this is really good quality work. They're getting ready to do the finish ups. This one is just going to have a shower in it, which for a mother-in-law suite, that's not unusual. A little bit small. Again, bedrooms are a little small, a little cramped, but they're not too bad. And then we'll go out back here and look at the backyard area. Kind of show you what it looks like here. And we'll talk a little bit about some of this. Now, this backyard, it is not as big as I'd like. They haven't put the fence up. You can see it's open. You do have a retaining wall. Now, Texas is a little different. Usually in a lot of states, whoever's higher is responsible for the retaining wall. That may not be the case for Texas. And you can see the side of the yard, like the water's going to run down this way. But in Texas, the retaining wall is actually based on a survey. So whoever's property it's on, more than likely that is going to be your neighbors behind you. It's their responsibility. But one reason I don't like retaining walls is, one, if it's your responsibility, they're expensive to fix. And 2, if they're not and someone doesn't take care of them, you know, that can cause problems for you. Now, usually these retaining walls have been really well constructed. You are going to see, like right here, you know, all the runoff from the houses behind you up here is going to come into your yard. And that's why they have it flowing. You can see it flows down this way and around the backyard. So, you know, make sure when you're doing an inspection on here, make sure you do get a foundation company to come out and look at the grading, just to make sure you don't have water. Because the last thing you want is having water pooling right here. That's not going to be a good thing to have. But overall, I really do like this floor plan. Nice open. You get an office, you get a media room, you get a huge living area downstairs with an open kitchen. The negatives are you got a little bit smaller bedrooms than what you normally would get. But like I said, it's a really beautiful home. So let's go on and let's check out the HOA amenities and show you what Wildridge has to offer. Here we are at Wildridge's newest amenity center. They call this the Hangout. Now, technically it's not open yet, but I'm gonna see if I can sneak on in and see what we can find. I'm guessing this was supposed to be a playground, but like you'll see throughout Wildridge, there's rocks everywhere they brought in, or the developer brought in, so I'm not sure what that's gonna be. Here we got a nice covered area. You know, some office space. Oh, it feels good under here. Nice and open. We've got bathrooms right over here. So I don't think we got, they got a keypad on that door, so I don't think that's open. Let's walk over this way, see what we can get on into. I got keypads on these doors. Let's see if I'll just pull one open, see if it comes open. Nope. Well, right now it's all just empty space in there, and there's a little green area on the outside. Here's the HOA, the Hangout pool. Let's see if maybe they've got my key working, which, nope, they don't. So we're just gonna have to poke our heads in over. This is a nice looking pool. Unfortunately, we don't have any umbrellas at this pool. Come over here and see if I can get a good view. But yeah, there's no umbrellas here, which, you know, in Texas, considering my Scandinavian, Viking, Danish, Norwegian background, I turn red at the mere sight of the sun. So I'm not going to be out here unless they can get some umbrellas out here to cover it up. But I suspect they probably will. Let's walk on down over this way. You know, you can see the rest of the pool as we're walking on by. That's a really nice pool. This is more of an adult pool than the original pool at the Haven, where they do have a kid splash pad and everything. Not as many kid features over here for this one, but that's everything here so far. I don't think we got, you know, I was asking if this was going to be a gym or something, but I don't think it's going to be. It's going to be like a community center, an activity center, things like that. But this is the newest amenity center that they've got in the community. Welcome to the Haven here. This is Wildridge's original HOA amenity center. We're going to walk on through it. This is the main part of you know, all their amenities and everything. One little nice thing they've got here, you can see right here, they have a little free library. You can you know, check out, it's on an honor system, so you can check out books and replace books and everything, and kind of a neat little thing that the community does. But coming on in here, this is the main amenity center. Over on the left is where the HOA offices are. On the right, you have bathrooms and everything. You also have a snack bar. You can see it right over here. It's closed today, but when there are community events, this whole place, let's see if I can get this to lower a little bit. This whole place is full of people. And this is where most of the community events do happen. So they have things basically multiple times a month up here, and definitely at all the holidays. Got outdoor games. There's a deck out here, and there's a nice big green area out past where we are right now. And I always thought that'd be a nice place for a dog park, but they never did put one. But you do have this nice area here that you can sit on. You see the pond right over there, and there's hiking and biking trails around here. Now we are in the main part of the community, so you're going to see the hiking and biking trails are concrete, whereas when you get into the Corps of Engineering land, all of those hiking and biking trails are going to be gravel and more natural construction. So lots of little nice things here to check out on. We'll walk on over here to the pool. There's a little playground too, but we're not going to disturb the people in that right now because they are using it. But come on in here, we can walk through the pool area and show you that. And so good sized pool area, about 4.5 feet deep down over here. Coming back over this way, it stays about 4 feet deep. There's a kiddie pond over there, or kiddie playground area. We'll walk over there. But you got covered seating. The chairs do need to be replaced. But you also have these little covered areas right here all around throughout the deck that you can use. You know, come walk over this way. There's a fire pit over here. You know, right now it's the middle of August, so no one's really going to be using it. But if you wanted to, you can come out here and use the fire pit. There it is right there as we're walking by. And then they have a little splash pad area here. And you can see, a lot of times you'll see the adults sitting in here. And they put the chairs in the water and just chill out here while the kids are playing. And again, nice covered areas, you know, pergola type areas. So it's not full shade, but it is pretty good. And you do have the covered umbrellas that you see over there. And when you walk over this way, we'll just poke our head in at the playground. It's all shaded over here and does provide a nice area. Usually after school, now there's so many kids that walk here in Wildridge that they all converge on the pool area or the playground area over here, which is right here. So you can see swing set, little slide, outdoor area, and then all the kids are out here playing, doing stuff. Obviously, with the heat, they're not out here as long, but when the fall and winter comes around, it's hard to get the kids to go home. So really nice, beautiful area. We'll walk around over this way, kind of show you the other walk around at the pool. But, you know, Wildridge does do, like I said earlier, you know, monthly activities. And even one of the neat things they do is they do have a food truck come by every Wednesday, and it's in this parking lot here. So if you guys want to come to the pool, hang out, get together with friends or family, sit underneath the covered patio over here, and not have to cook, you can do that every single Wednesday if you want to. So really nice amenity center, and one that handles a lot of activities. Well, welcome to the Hideaway right here, and the fish shack. There's another pond. It's a catch and release pond, but you got another smaller covered area with some tables and outdoor games. You know, bathrooms are right there, and nice places to sit. You have this on both sides of this pond, actually. Nice shaded areas to sit and enjoy the sunset. You do have a hammock, which it was funny. The first time I brought Blue, my husky, down here, he decided he was going to run and jump in this, and he immediately spun out, fell on the ground, and you know, while on a leash too, of all things, and he decided he wasn't going to do that again. So it's kind of funny. He still likes coming down here and watching all the turtles, which you know, at all the ponds and everything, you got a bunch of turtles and fish. Basically every pond here is catch and release, unless you go out to the lake. And we'll walk down this way a little bit. Let's take another quick look just to show you what this is. Really pretty. It's covered with trees. There are lights right here, kind of hard to see since it is the middle of the day, but do have night lights that come up. But if you walk on down this way, and we'll walk on over here, kind of show you the fish shack from across the way. It's just it's a cool little fishing deck platform area where you know, I bring my son to fish, and it's actually where he caught his first little tiny fish. He was so excited, then he didn't want to touch it. It's kind of funny. He thought they were slimy and gross, but we kind of made it a little staple of coming out here and doing that. You know, all sorts of fish out here that are stocked with the pond here. You got perch, bass. Do have a lot of channel catfish that come in here. just due to everything. Now you got to be careful also. You got the high grass here, and being close to the lake, there are water moccasins. So you just got to be careful with, where you're walking and everything. But you can see right over there, that's the fish shack. And there's really nothing in there. It's just kind of some supplies areas, but you can walk out on the deck and there's some chairs and raised seats to sit on to go fishing with. Really nice, relaxing area. And we're looking west, so the sun would be setting over those trees. And with all the natural trees, one thing Wildridge did that was a really good job is these are all the natural trees out here. These aren't planted. So throughout all these parks and everything, they did a really good job of keeping a lot of the natural trees. Now these rocks aren't natural. I'm not sure why they brought all these in, but you can always tell when you're in Wildridge because you have these big boulders everywhere that they came and threw down. But the trees themselves are natural, and it makes for a really nice shaded experience in the community. Well, we're at the Hollow right now. This is another playground pond area, catch and release pond, and we'll walk through it a little bit. Also, there's an amphitheater. If you follow that trail right there, you can see I'm pointing at it, little amphitheater back there, and that's also where you get to the disc golf course. So you can start out over there. But they have a little bit of a ropes course here. And again, like I said, Wildridge does a great job with trees and trying to keep shade, make everything natural. You got your nice playground here with the wood chips. You don't have the rubber chips that you see at some other playgrounds. So again, the focus here on this community is natural nature, that beauty and stuff like that. They do have a little, I don't know what you call this, like a little parkour course. Kids can come out here, and actually, the adults do too, but you can try to walk on the wood logs, step on them. They have a little seesaw here as well. If you ever watched American Ninja Warrior, you've seen some of these things, just not as wooden. And, like with everywhere else, you do have the picnic benches and the park benches. Now they are refilling this pond right here. They had let it get down. I'm not sure why they were doing that, but you can see way over there, they're filling it back up. And they're going to be cleaning it up. But this is another catch and release pond that you can come to and hang out in, with a nice playground, amphitheater. You can see right over there. I'm going to zoom in as much as I can with this thing. Right over there is where the amphitheater is. And, the disc golf course is right on the other side of the trees. Here we are, we're at the point, and what you can see, this is the part that we go down to Lake Lewisville, and you got to walk through, it's a little bit of a hike, not too far, but you have nature trails, and this is what the nature trails will look like around Wildridge. A lot of the trails in the community are done on Corps of Engineering land, so they're not going to be all hike and bike trails in concrete and things like that. They're going to be a little bit off-road like this, a little bit more natural, trying to keep to the style of the community. Also, you saw as we came through, there was, the doggy bags. They have those stations all throughout the community as well, in order to, allow you to clean up after your pet, which I've always felt was a great thing. I wish more communities did that instead of just having them in one location. So another nice little positive. As we're walking on down here, we'll see some overhead shots of Lake Lewisville. As stated before, the community is surrounded by Corps of Engineering land, which will keep it this natural level that is around the lake. You can't build out here. You can't do construction. In fact, down here at the point, we used to have a fire pit down here, and the Corps got upset about it because it was on Corps land, and the developer had to remove it. So that was done a couple of years ago, which was kind of funny. You can, we don't have any boat docks or anything like that. However, the community does have these rentals right here that you're seeing. They got paddle boards and canoes and things like that, and you can sign up for the rentals and take them out, and you can launch other rentals from down here as well. And we'll get down there in a second, but they have these little notice boards like this all throughout the community with the calendar, community information. There's a disc golf course, and you can see right here, we're not going to check it out, but it's hidden throughout the community, which is kind of nice. I think it's only a 9-hole one. Yeah, it looks like it's a 9-hole golf course, disc golf course, but they have that in here as well. And here's the map, and we're way over here, right here by Lake Lewisville. And you can see here's the community as we back out, come over here. Here's the primary amenity center was right here. That's Wildridge Boulevard, has the green parts. Fish Shack was right there. They do not have the new phase, which is actually would be over here, but hopefully they'll update this map here pretty soon. But if you come on down here, you can see what you can get down here. Unfortunately, like I said, they took out the fire pit, which is basically right where I'm standing, and they also had to take out the picnic tables and stuff like that. So all they've allowed us to keep down here are these chairs. So you got a couple chairs here, and then a couple over there. But you can sit out here. The sun, we're facing east right now, and it's in the morning, so the sun's right up there. But the sun comes right up, right over there. It makes for really beautiful sunrises and stuff like that. And also you can come down here and fish. I've actually been down here with my son, fishing out over here. We have most of our look back in that way, but lots of catfish out in here. And the water's actually kind of low for right now. Usually, you can see right over here, this tree, that tree's underwater, but it is summer, it's August, it's hot, and the water levels are a little low for right now. But this is a great little relaxing spot. It's really beautiful. In the evenings, this is all in the shade. So even in the summer, it'll still be warm out, but you're not dying of heat like you would be if the sun was beating down on you. And even this early in the morning, it's kind of warm. But right over here that we're looking at, there's another, there's a few homes over there. There's actually a trail walking over on that side of the lake as well. So this is really what makes Wildridge, all these HOA amenities being close to the lake like this. This is what makes Wildridge a really nice place to be. Well, I'm exhausted. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired. That was a lot. We saw a Highland home that was under construction. Beautiful home. I'm really going to like that living room. I'm going to have to go check that house out when it's done. I'm really excited about that one. And Highland does a really great job. We also saw all the amenity features that Wildridge has to offer, from 2 community centers, community pools, playground areas, children's pools, hiking and biking trails, the point, the fish shack. There's just a lot to do here, and there's a lot to enjoy outdoors. So that's really the focus of this community. Now, I did say I was going to talk a little bit about some of the financing options. If you are looking at Highland Homes, and they've got a lot of properties that are going on the ground right now, they will offer you, they have their list price, and that house that we looked at was listed for $686, $340. But, talking to the sales reps in there, they're willing to, take $20,000 to $30,000 off the sales price. Plus, they're also willing, if you do use the Highland lender, which the Highland lender here, I got her card here. Her name is Debbie McGregor. Now, I haven't worked with Debbie, but usually builder lenders do a great job. They do have an option for you. You can get 4.99% interest for 30 years, which right now interest rates are about 6.25%. That's a big jump down. They are dropping, but they're not there yet. Plus, sorry, they're not there yet, but you can either do that or you can get $20,000 in closing costs covered if you use Highland Homes Lender. Now, I would personally, I think you're going to save much more money by getting the lower interest rates. I don't think they're going to be dropping that much. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong. But if the interest rates do drop, you can always sit down and refinance. And one thing I would ask these builder lenders about is if they will do a free refi for you. If not, I have lenders that will help you do that. And they can't hit 4.99%, but they can get pretty damn close. So there are other options right there. On top of that, the sales team here is great. I spent a lot of time talking with Emma. She was wonderful. She's the assistant here. The main sales manager here is John Straub. He does a wonderful job. Make sure you go in and say hi to him. Put my name down if you guys are interested, because I can help you get some extra money back. You don't get a lower purchase price if you don't use an agent. You just end up paying for stuff that you don't use. So if you do use an agent, there's a commission and a bonus that I get access to that I can rebate you guys back with. We disclose it. It's perfectly legal, and it's a way for you to get into the home with less money out of your pocket. So come on out here to Wildridge. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please make sure you reach out. My contact information is below. Hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of our other videos for other communities. We're going to be starting doing this, and we've been doing this for about 6 weeks now, where we check out a community, we look at all the HOA features, we check out one builder in there, and we kind of really introduce you guys to the community. But this is a wonderful community. It's a wonderful place to be. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, you guys have a great week. We'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.